Small on the map, huge in power. Let me ask you something. When you think about global power, what comes to mind? Massive countries like United States, giant economies like China, maybe a frozen superpower like Russia. Makes sense, right? Big land, big army, big influence. But here's the twist. Some of the smallest countries on Earth quietly pull strings that affect your money, your internet, your luxury brands, and sometimes even your politics. It's like discovering that the quiet kid in the back of the classroom owns the school. Today we're diving into the smallest countries that control the world. And trust me, some of these places are so tiny, you could miss them with one aggressive Google Maps scroll. Stick around, because the smallest one might just surprise you the most. Vatican City. The 0.49 square kilometers spiritual superpower. Let's start with the smallest country on Earth, Vatican City. Size. About 0.49 square kilometers. That's smaller than many shopping malls. Population. Around 800 people. That's fewer than a decent-sized apartment building. And yet, it leads over 1.3 billion Catholics worldwide. The Vatican doesn't control tanks. It controls influence. And influence is sometimes more powerful than weapons. Throughout history, popes influenced kings, shaped wars, and even helped bring down political regimes, including playing a role during the Cold War in Eastern Europe. It's wild. A country smaller than your neighborhood affects elections, diplomacy, and global debates on ethics. That's like a chessboard where the smallest piece turns out to be the king. And if you think spiritual influence is soft power, wait until we talk about something even more powerful. Money. Keep watching. Luxembourg. The financial ninja. No, let's talk about Luxembourg. Tiny country. Around 2,586 square kilometers. Smaller than many cities. But here's the crazy part. Luxembourg manages trillions of dollars in assets. It's one of the largest financial centers in the world. Thousands of investment funds are registered there. Major global corporations park their money there. Wide-friendly tax systems. Strategic location. Stability. It's basically the world's favorite piggy bank. Except this piggy bank owns part of everything. Imagine a country so small you could drive across it in under an hour. Yet it quietly holds investments that influence markets worldwide. That's like the smallest person at the poker table secretly owning the casino. And speaking of casinos, let's talk about one that actually exists. Monaco. Billionaires per square meter. Monaco. 2 square kilometers of pure luxury squeezed between France and the Mediterranean. Monaco doesn't have income tax, which means billionaires love it the way kids love free candy. It has one of the highest GDPs per capita in the world. The famous Monte Carlo casino, a global symbol of wealth and glamour. But here's the deeper influence. Monaco is a magnet for ultra-high net worth individuals. When you gather that much money in one place, financial decisions ripple outward. Investments, luxury brands, global events like Formula One, they all orbit this tiny dot on the map. It's basically a luxury power hub disguised as a vacation postcard. And if Monaco is the billionaire's playground, the next country is the banker's secret vault, Singapore. The strategic brain. We move to Singapore. Okay. Singapore isn't micro-small like Vatican City, but compared to global giants, it's tiny. About 728 square kilometers. No natural resources. No oil. No massive land. So what did it do? It built one of the strongest economies on Earth. Singapore controls one of the world's busiest ports. It's a global trade artery. If global trade were a human body, Singapore would be a critical artery near the heart. Block it, and things get messy. It's also a major financial hub, tech center, and one of the safest countries in the world. This country turned geography into strategy. It's like someone dealt a weak hand in poker and still won the table. And now, we're about to talk about a country that influences global peace itself, Switzerland. Neutral, but powerful. Yes, Switzerland. Famous for chocolate, watches, mountains. And extreme neutrality. But neutrality doesn't mean weakness. In fact, Switzerland hosts major global institutions, including the headquarters of the United Nations European Office in Geneva. It's also home to international banking systems that manage enormous global wealth. For decades, Swiss banks became synonymous with financial secrecy. And let's not forget, Switzerland acts as a diplomatic mediator. When countries don't want to talk to each other, they often talk in Switzerland. It's like the calm friend in a group of chaotic people. Except the calm friend holds everyone's money. See the pattern? Small territory, massive leverage. But here's the real question. Why do small countries become so powerful? Because power isn't just about size. It's about leverage. Some control religion. Some control money. Some control trade routes. Some control diplomacy. Big countries flex muscles. Small countries sharpen knives. It's almost ironic. The world map makes them look insignificant. But zoom in, and suddenly you realize they're sitting on strategic pressure points of the global system. It's like discovering the smallest gear inside a machine is the one that keeps everything running. Remove it, and the entire system collapses. Conclusion: never underestimate smell. So next time you look at a world map, don't just stare at the biggest shapes. Sometimes the countries you can barely see are the ones quietly shaping global finance, politics, religion, and trade. They prove something powerful. Influence doesn't need territory. Control doesn't need population. And sometimes, the smallest countries hold the biggest cards. And if this surprised you, imagine what other small things in the world are secretly controlling your daily life. Stick around, because the map hides more secrets than you think.